Until now, you know what is conductivity of the solution, what is molar conductivity. Now, today in this video, we will consider about the determination of conductivity of the solution, how conductivity of the solution can be experimentally find out. There are three steps involved in this experiment. The first one is determination of cell constant. The second is determination of conductivity of given solution, and then determination of molar conductivity of the solution. The first stage is determination of cell constant. So what is cell constant? Now see here, we if you have to measure the conductivity of the solution, we have to measure the resistance of the solution. Now you know the resistance of the metal can be measured by using the experiment based on Wheatstone based principle. In physics, we have studied how the resistance of the metallic conductor can be determined by using Wheatstone bridge. Now, remember, conductivity of the solution or resistance of the solution we have to determine. Now, this resistance of the solution cannot be measured by using direct current, because due to the direct current, the composition of the solution can be changed, and so you have to use the alternating current. And second one is the solution cannot be directly attached in the Wheatstone bridge or in the circuit. For that, one instrument is used that is called as conductivity cell, and for that conductivity cell, the term cell constant is related. So first we shall consider what is conductivity cell. Now see here, conductivity cell consists of the glass tube. See here in this diagram, this is glass tube. In this glass tube, two platinum plates are attached. Two platinum plates are there. They are attached by using the metallic wire, and this metallic wire can be connected in the circuit. These metallic wires are used in the circuit here. This construction is called as conductivity cell. One glass tube is there, and in this glass tube two platinum plates are there, and these platinum plates are covered by platinum black, that is the pure platinum or powder of platinum is coated on these platinum plates. This can be done by the electrolysis of chloroplatinic acid. So these platinum plates are covered by the platinum black, and these platinum plates, they are connected by the metallic wire, and they can be connected through the external circuit. So this construction is called as conductivity cell, and this conductivity cell is dipped in a solution whose conductivity or resistance we have to determine. So this tube is dipped in a solution. Suppose here we have one beaker containing the solution whose resistance we have to determine. This conductivity cell is dipped into the solution. Now remember here, this conductivity cell has two platinum plates. These two platinum plates are separated by the distance L. The distance between these two plates is denoted by L, and the area of cross section of the plate is denoted by A. Now remember here, the area of cross section of these platinum plates is denoted by A, and here L is the distance between these two platinum plates. So you can understand what is conductivity cell. Remember here, this conductivity cell is the instrument which is used to determine the resistance of the solution. The solution in the solution, this conductivity cell is dipped. Now remember, for each conductivity cell, the distance between these two platinum plates L and the area of cross section of these plates A is constant, or for different conductivity cells these two values will be different. But for particular conductivity cell, this value will be same, that is L and A. Remember, L is the distance between these two platinum plates and A is the area of cross section of this conductivity cell. Each conductivity cell is associated with one constant that is called as cell constant. For that, we know the relation, that is K conductivity is equal to 1 upon R into L upon A. We have studied this relation. K, that is conductivity, is equal to 1 upon R. R is resistance. L is the length between or the distance between the two platinum plates, and A is the area of cross section of the platinum plates. Now, this L upon A, we have said, is constant for a particular cell, conductivity cell, and this L upon A, this ratio is called as cell constant. Remember, this ratio is called as cell constant, that is L upon A is cell constant. So you can say cell constant is equal to L upon A. What is L and what is A? I have explained you in the diagram here. And so remember here, cell constant, by using cell constant, you can determine the conductivity or resistance of the solution. Now, what is the unit for cell constant? Here, the SI unit of length is meter, SI unit of area is meter square, and so SI unit of cell constant is meter inverse or meter raised to minus 1. But see here, conductivity cell is very small instrument, and so this length and area, they are measured in the unit centimeter, and so the common or convenient unit of cell constant is centimeter raised to minus 1. Remember here, unit of cell constant is centimeter raised to minus 1. SI unit of cell constant is meter raised to minus 1. You understand what is cell constant? Cell constant is the ratio of distance between the two platinum plates to the area of cross section of the plates. And so cell constant is given by the formula L upon A, and by using this formula you can determine the unit of cell constant, which is SI unit is meter raised to minus 1, and the common unit of cell constant is centimeter raised to minus 1. And if you know the cell constant, we can determine the resistance of the solution. How? We shall see here. Now, cell constant is L upon A, that is distance between two platinum plates upon area of cross section. To measure the distance between two platinum plates and to measure the area of cross section is not convenient, or it is not reliable. So experimentally we shall determine the cell constant of the conductivity cell. How? In this video we'll explain this determination of cell constant, and for this we have to use Wheatstone bridge. Now in Wheatstone bridge, see the construction of this experiment. Here we have one uniform wire, that is the metallic wire of uniform diameter. It is A and B. These 2 points are denoted by A and B. Here Rx is the resistance which is fixed and it is variable. Here we have taken in this beaker the solution whose resistance we have to determine, and we have taken one conductivity cell. Now see here, this is the conductivity cell. This diagram we have seen in the explanation of conductivity cell. This conductivity cell is dipped in a solution whose resistance we have to determine. Now this solution's resistance we don't know, we have to determine it by using this experiment first. Now see here, for this the solution which is used is generally KCl solution. The concentration of this solution can be 0.1 molar or 0.01 molar or 0.001 molar. The concentration of KCl is known to us, and you can determine what is the conductivity of the solution if we know the concentration of KCl. At different concentrations and at fixed temperature, what is the conductivity of KCl solution is tabulated, and you can obtain this from that table. Now you have to determine what is the resistance of this solution, and for this conductivity cell is used. By knowing the resistance of this solution, we can determine what is the cell constant of this cell. Now see here, in this Wheatstone bridge we have this arrangement like this. This is the unknown, or this resistance is unknown, and this is the known resistance. This D is the deflector, or you can say this is the galvanometer which shows the current flowing through the circuit. F is the sliding contact, or it is also called as jockey. Now this arrangement is connected to AC, that is alternating current. Here we can use alternating current. Direct current you cannot use to determine the resistance of the solution, so we are using here alternating current. So this is the source of alternating current. Now in this experiment, what we have to do, this is the arrangement, remember. Now here this is the jockey. First this jockey is kept on point A. Here in this galvanometer you can see the deflection. Now this jockey is moved from left to right, that is from A to B. Here we are going to move this jockey from the point A to B, and one point is find out at which there is no deflection in the galvanometer. That point is called as null point, and this point we have find out, suppose it is C. On this wire, C is the point at which there is no current flowing through this circuit, or here there is no deflection in the detector or in the galvanometer, and that point is called as null point. Now according to Wheatstone bridge principle, you know that the length on this wire and the resistance of this solution, they are proportional to each other. The resistance of on this side and the length on this side are proportional to each other, and by using this Wheatstone bridge principle we can determine the resistance of this solution. Now by using the formula, or according to Wheatstone bridge principle, you can see here length of this AC on this side is length AC, and it will be proportional to resistance, which is we have called unknown resistance, or we can say it is the resistance of the solution. So resistance of the solution upon length AC is equal to Rx. The value of Rx is known to us Rx upon length BC. So this is length BC. Now from this equation you can say resistance of the solution is equal to length AC upon length BC into Rx. See here we have this formula. According to Wheatstone bridge principle, R solution upon length AC is equal to Rx upon length BC. So R solution is equal to resistance of the solution is equal to length AC upon length BC into Rx. Length AC and length BC you can measure. Rx is known to us, and so R solution, that is resistance of the solution, can be determined or can be calculated. Like this we know what is the resistance of this solution. Now I have told you the conductivity of KCl solution is standard and it can be obtained from the table which is provided to you, which is denoted by K. Now you know K is equal to 1 upon R into L upon A. What is L upon A? This is cell constant, right? L upon A is cell constant. You know now K. Here we have obtained K from the table given to you, and we have determined the resistance of the solution. Our solution we have said it, and so K into R solution, that is equal to cell constant. So remember here we can determine cell constant by using the solution of KCl whose conductivity is known to us, and resistance of the solution can be determined by using Wheatstone bridge, and then we can calculate the cell constant. Now we have seen the first step how we can determine the cell constant of the conductivity cell. The first step is determination of cell constant. Now what is the second step? Determination of conductivity of the given solution. We have this diagram. See here again this diagram. In this we have taken first the KCl solution whose conductivity is known to us. But here remember we have to determine the conductivity of the solution, that is another solution is given. Suppose that solution is AgNO3 solution whose conductivity we have to determine. The first step is we have to determine the cell constant of this conductivity cell, and by using the same conductivity cell now we can calculate or we can determine experimentally the conductivity of AgNO3 solution. So here in this second step what we have to do, we have to replace this solution. We have to move this solution from the circuit and we have to take another beaker containing AgNO3 solution whose conductivity we have to determine. Remember what we have done in next step. The same experiment we have to repeat, but here we know the conductivity cell constant of this conductivity cell now, and by using the same conductivity cell here we can determine the conductivity of the another solution, or the solution whose conductivity we have to determine. We have to take this solution in the beaker and this conductivity cell is dipped. Now see here in this we have to take AgNO3 solution. Suppose here we have taken AgNO3 solution. Again the experiment is repeated. Length AC, length BC can be calculated, and now we know again we can write this formula. Conductivity is equal to 1 upon R into L upon A. Now see 1 upon R, that is resistance. Now you know the resistance of this cell because we have determined the resistance of this cell here, and so resistance of this cell you know here. Resistance of the solution AgNO3 suppose is known to you, and cell constant is also known to you because we have used this same conductivity cell, and so by using this formula, that is 1 upon resistance is equal into cell constant is equal to K. So by using this formula you can determine the conductivity of AgNO3 solution. So here the second step is determination of conductivity of the solution. For this what we have to do, we have to take the same conductivity cell whose cell constant is known to us, and by using this conductivity cell the resistance of the solution we have determined by repeating the same procedure. Now you know the resistance, you know the cell constant, and by using the formula we can determine the conductivity of the cell. And the third step in this is what is the molar conductivity. How can you determine molar conductivity of the cell? Now you know K and molar conductivity, the relation between molar conductivity and conductivity, you know it is molar conductivity is equal to K into 1000 upon C. We know K, we know what is the concentration of the solution, and from this formula we can determine the molar conductivity of the solution. Like this, we have to follow these three steps to determine the conductivity or molar conductivity of the solution. First one is determination of cell constant. For cell constant, we know what is conductivity cell, and how can you calculate or how can you determine the cell constant of the cell. By using the same conductivity cell, the second step is determination of conductivity of the given solution, and third step is by knowing the conductivity by using the formula lambda is equal to K into 1000 upon C, we can calculate molar conductivity of the solution.